It happened. SpaceX is finally launching Super Heavy to orbit this week. Interplanetary travel has been the talk of the town for some years now, and with NASA's support, the private space industry has been taking large strides to create a safe and efficient technology to be used for their purpose. SpaceX, the current front line of the private space industry, led by visionary CEO Elon Musk, has been working tirelessly to build the most suitable technology to aid interplanetary travel. This technology is predicted to be one of the ways to serve humanity's space travel progress in the future, and it also comes with perks, which includes faster travel time to far-off destinations, increased astronaut safety, and flexibility of the launch from one location to another. And if all goes well, the technology could also reduce the possibility of hostile attacks against satellites. With all of these incredible technological advancements, the company has led the way among major counterparts in the private space industry to top the buildings and testing of the next generation's unique rocket technology. Now, SpaceX has begun preparations to make the historic mark and is set to launch the most powerful rocket ever, the Starship, alongside its booster rocket, the Super Heavy, into orbit for the first time. What is the rocket technology? How does it work? And what ways does it contribute to the development of interplanetary travel? Join us as we explore how SpaceX will launch the Super Heavy into orbit. Starship is the foundation of interplanetary travel between planet Mars and the Earth. The Mars colonization enterprise involves and enables human and cargo to travel to the Red Planet in a bid to cut down the cost of operation in the travel process. The Starship is designed into two stages: the Starship and the Super Heavy. The Super Heavy, which is the world's most powerful booster and first of its kind, is said to be reusable several times after every trip despite its great power. It's a huge structure which towers at 69 meters in height and 9 meters in diameter, with enough space to contain 3,400 tons of propellant. The Super Heavy possesses an undeniable liftoff mass of over 3 million kilograms, which generates an enormous thrust coming from the Raptor engines that are designed alongside the booster rocket. It is an intelligent invention that can land on its 6 retractable legs after it separates from its upper body and returns to Earth. However, we all know Elon Musk to be a man of surprises with his unique innovations, so the Super Heavy is also engineered to be caught upon re-entry and landing back to Earth by a pair of arms attached to the launch tower. Even with the risk attached, it still seems like a great innovation done by the company. Several groups, such as the U.S. Army, are also anxious about the Super Heavy launch, as they plan to use it for their heavy cargo movement from one place to another at a fast pace right here on planet Earth. The powerful booster rocket is said to have been developed completely and is finally going to be launched into orbit with the Starship. This announcement was made after several postponements of the launch due date to further tests and repairs on the booster rocket to ensure perfection in space travel. Due to its complex design, the Super Heavy has to be tested efficiently before it begins operations. Identified as the Ship 24 and Booster 7, respectively, the space company tested the prototype slowly for the past 4 months. Starting the test in April and May, it was only in August that SpaceX began to ignite each vehicle's Raptor engines carefully as part of the static fire testing process, which is regarded as a critical aspect in passing both vehicles for a space flight is also the most challenging stage. Because of progress made in 2021, SpaceX was able to gather experience on tests while testing an orbital-class Starship prototype on the ground earlier, but the procedure of testing a Ship 24 is still fresh and unknown for some reasons, and for Booster 7, the challenges are even more compared to Ship 24. Some major changes were made to the design of the Starship and Super Heavy over the last year in a bid to refine the rocket, but SpaceX decided to take it a step further and built a different version of the Raptor engine. When both Raptor engines were compared, it was seen that Raptor version 2 looked new and produced approximately around 25% more thrust, which is 230 tons. compared to Raptor version 1, which is 185 tons. The company also made more changes to the engine and how it operates, especially around the startup and shutdown stages, while reducing the value of past experience in testing the Raptor V1 and V1.5 engines on Ship 20 with boosters 3 and 4. The simplifications that were made in the design of the Raptor V2, the process of operating the engine on Starship and Super Heavy, is more difficult to get right than expected. SpaceX has been able to complete 15 to 20 spin prime tests between Booster 7 and Ship 24 since mid-July. They are the most tests of their nature that have ever been performed than any other prototype in the history of Starbase.